Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Lisa Cotter and today we're going to do a full flip through of Maria Trolle's latest book called Sagen. It is actually translated to folklore and it is a Swedish edition, and I got this from Imusic. Now the front cover is different from her other books, and it has sort of like a nice soft feel to it. It is a hardcover book and it is very metallic. Now I believe this will be released sometime next year for the English edition. I'm not sure if it'll be the same cover, but it is very pretty. So her last couple of books now have been a bit different in looks. Usually it was sort of like a dark cover, but these light ones are really lovely as well. So I believe with this being sort of called folklore, it is to do with a lot of fairy tale sort of stories from Sweden. But let's take a look. So of course you've got her other books here, or some of them there, and her other one was Starfall, which I got a few months ago. But let's take a look. So it has this green cover with the birds there, and then it has the front cover with this little girl. Now I cannot understand all this, so I would have to get Google Translate out, but for today we're just going to look at the images. But I'm sure when the English edition comes out, you'll be able to understand what all that says. Now, as with all her books, at the back of the book, she has a listing on what page and what fairy tale there. So that's really handy, especially if you want to sort of match it up to what the fairy tale is. So I'm guessing this is Puss in Boots. He looks very cute there with the butterflies around. I wonder what he's got in his sack. Now these are not single-sided, and you've got this beautiful girl there, but she does some really unique books. This one will definitely be one of my favorites, I think. I love Luna, and this one will be definitely up there as well. I do like the ones like this, but I also like the circle ones, especially if it's closed in. It just gives it something different. And I think what's happened is she's dropped her locket, and there it is there with the fish swimming around it. But that's really cool. And then you've got a little princess there. Little peacock up the top there with the necklace. She looks like she's in a garden, and it looks like she's dropped her shoe, and there's a little tiny little girl there and a mouse. I love this fish. It's really lovely as well, with the crown. And this is sort of like an Asian looking dragon here going around. It's very unique. And her flowers in her hair. And then you've got the little girl there sitting on the lily pad. That's really beautiful. I can't wait to start colouring this one. Now the paper is rather good if we look at the quality of the paper. Now I know some people do use water in their colouring books, but I sort of leave the water for my watercolour books. And there's a castle sort of scene. And then she's got all this hair. I think it could be Rapunzel. And look at this one, isn't she beautiful with her dress? And then a little apple there. I think it's meant to be an apple. It's really pretty. And there's Jack and the Beanstalk. So I can sort of guess some of these. He's going up the stalk there. Such a gorgeous little book, and his little face, how cute. And then you've got the tree there. She looks like she's fallen asleep. And then look at all these up in the tree. That's really cool. Maybe she's dreaming about these being up in the tree. Whoops. And then you've got some fantastic pages here for mermaid. Some mermaids with the octopus arms. And this is really unique, how she's done the waves. That looks really cool with the mermaid. So a lot of different unique images here. And then look at this dog. He's a bit scary looking. And he must be a nice dog because she's fallen asleep and he's running around. Wonder what's in his box that he's guarding. I'll definitely have to Google translate what these stories all are. And that beautiful tree. And there's a deer. But this definitely has to be one of my favourites. It's gorgeous. I might have to concentrate on this one next year. And then, of course, this one I can guess. It's Red Riding Hood. I really like this one. And then the rocks here look like, I think they're rocks. And this one's got a face. And then you've got Red Riding Hood and the wolf, the big bad wolf. And there's Grandma's house down there. And look at this apple one. This is really cute. The little apple house. You can see that rosy red apple. And the hydrangeas. I like this one. They're cute. Sitting up there. Now each page is numbered, so you can actually tell what story they're from. And this, I think, is definitely the Ugly Duckling story. I have to think back of all my fairy tales now. I used to have this huge fairy tale book when I was a little girl, and I loved it. And there's the swan. And there's one of those rock monsters. Can you call it a monster? It's very unique. And there's a little boy just down there. Maybe he's walking up the trail. And this one. And they've all got faces. And how cute's this one? I think this is the Sugar Plum Fairy. I can't remember the full name of it. I know it's about a ballerina doll and the little boy soldier. He's missing a leg there. And the Jack-in-the-Box. And then you've got the boat. Really like how the sky's done there. That's really different in the waves. And then you've got this beautiful page, and this one, if I'm not mistaken, that matches this page here. So maybe you could sort of match up the colours. And then this reminds me of a Christmas page. So you could do this all Christmassy colours. I might do that. I really love how she does these sort of pages. And there's the spinning wheel. I think that's from Sleeping Beauty, where she puts her finger on the spinning wheel and falls asleep. And this looks like the castle that she's locked in maybe, and it's got all reeds all up it, and there's Prince Charming down there. Such a gorgeous book. And then you've got a little dragon, a sea dragon it looks like here, and he's got a little island sort of house up there. That's really cool, with some trees and someone out there fishing. And there's the island. That's a really cool picture as well, very unique. And then you've got the eagle there. I love this one. This is very cool. And these remind me of our trees, eucalyptus trees or wattles there, and that's really cool. And there's a deer. And then you've got sort of this Japanese or Asian style building here. It's really beautiful. You could do all reds and bright colours for that one. And there's an open bird cage. I wonder where the bird's gone. Oh, there it is there. It's been a long day. It's gotten out and it's rather happy with itself. I love this one. There's the apple and there's the dwarfs. And it's Snow White. It's such a gorgeous picture. And then there's the forest. And this could be from Aladdin. I know that Aladdin sort of has that in it. And definitely those sort of buildings there. These in the clouds. I don't blame them. Looks rather comfortable. And this definitely is Hansel and Gretel. That is such a beautiful page. I love the trees. Really well done. And then you've got the gingerbread man house, made of all the different sweet things. You could do this for Christmas even. It's such a beautiful page. And then you've got this very unique one here. So this is all bamboo, and she's sitting on top of the bamboo there. I think she's meditating. And it's sort of got these circles, so maybe she's just relaxing. And then this one, she's wearing this beautiful cloak made of feathers. It's very different. And then this is a phoenix bird with a little girl on it going in the clouds. Again, very unique. Beautiful clouds. And I love this scene with the little castle in the distance. I like how every page is a little bit different. Then you got the birds swimming, flying, not swimming, flying around the sun there with the ocean, and the little girls there. And then it's sort of like falling stars. And then there's the sun there. That's really cool. You could do sort of like a galaxy background with that one. And then I believe this one's the Frog Prince. I remember this one being in my book. It wasn't one of my favourites for some reason. I'm not sure why. I just didn't like it much. It was at my aunt's house, and she had a cupboard next to my bed that I used to sleep when I used to stay over their house, and she had these fairy tale books. So before bed I'd lay there and look through my picture books. I would have been 7 or 8 years old, I think. This is a pretty one, the bird in the cage this time. And the apples on the tree. And then there's the little girl there with the apples, and there's a bottle there. And then this definitely has to be Beauty and the Beast. So there's Beauty out in the garden. I think it's Beauty. She was very pretty there. And then there's the Beast and Beauty. And then another little scene with a little cottage, the squirrel. But this is such a lovely book. Lots of pages. And this one here. All the different animals. And there's a country looking cottage. I really like that one as well. And here's another one with feathers coming down. It sort of looks like a cloak. And there's the swan. I think it's swans. Or is it geese? Could be geese. I'll have to look up what that story's about. And then you have all the little, they're sort of dancing with the geese. And then you have a princess here, and there's a dragon. And then there's the dragon she's riding at this time. So you could sort of do it matching colours with your pages, sort of have the different fairy tales match, but for an idea. And then you've definitely got the geese down here, or are they ducks? I'm not sure. And I think this one's Cinderella. She's having to clean all that. And maybe that's the fairy godmother. I'm not sure. It's got all the jewels and things. And then you've got little princess down there. She's beautiful. And these flowers and the big sunflowers there. And then you've got, now I remembered the name of them, and now I think they're called snowdrops, if I remember rightly. I was looking up different flowers to represent Christmas, and snowdrops came up. So I think that's a snowdrop plant. So it's a really pretty little flower, very dainty looking. Then you got the little snow there in the sun. It's a very unique page. Oh, look at this page. It's a little Christmas scene. Or I could make it a Christmas scene, I think. I think it's one of the gnomes, but I still think this could be a really nice Christmas scene with sort of like a galaxy background there. That's really cute. And there he is again, and he's feeding the little squirrel nuts. Such a lovely book. Oh. And I definitely think this one's the Sugar Plum Fairy. It's beautiful. So this one definitely, I might try and fit this in my Christmas colouring, I think. And there, look, all the lollies. That's really well done. And then it comes to the names of them all. Now, of course, I'm not going to be able to translate, but I do believe they actually have the story name and who it's written by, because I can read Grimm, which I believe would be the Brothers Grimm. And then she has a listing of her other books. I can read some of these. It says The Moon Maiden and Other Japanese Fairy Tales by Grace James Dover Publications. And then The Book of Flower Fairies by Cicely M. Barker and Blakey and Son Limited. But the others I cannot understand. But you have more pages here to colour in it as well. And then it has about Maria Trolle. And she does have a website, so I will put a link in the description below to her website and also to her Instagram page. So it's such a lovely book. And I love that, the feel of it. It's got a really nice feel. So it's just beautiful. So she is another one of my favourite colouring book artists. And I own every book she has, and I love them all. So I'm just thrilled that this book has been released, because it's such a beautiful book. And I like how light this one is. It looks a bit different from the other books, but that's really lovely. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, why not press like and subscribe, and come back soon for more videos. Bye.